Time to talk Women's Euros now, with England taking on Wales in their final group game tonight. England dispatched the Netherlands 4-0 on Wednesday, and a win today will see them through. And to all intents and purposes, Wales are out. Delighted to say we're joined by Jordan Nobbs, former Lioness midfielder, to tell us England's chances not only of going through, but winning the tournament. Morning, Jordan.
Morning.
Hi, Jordan.
Jordan,
hi.
What have you made of the Lionesses so far? Obviously, they got off to that sticky start against France, then were magnificent during the week. So, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde performance so far.
Yeah, it's a bit like a blessing in disguise. I think when you get a bit of a wake-up call against a very good French team, I think they came out with a lot of surprises that we didn't expect, and then, you know, as we always do, the Lionesses showed up against the Netherlands, and I mean, they put in a top performance, which I think shows that why they've been the winners of the Euros before.
I know we always say there's no easy games at this level, but England will be expected to beat Wales today, won't they?
Yeah, I think once they get one goal, I do think it could be 3 or 4-0 if they perform the same way they did against the Netherlands. Obviously, Wales, they'll definitely put up a fight. You know, we've seen them score their first goal in a Euro, so that'll definitely give them some confidence. But after the other day, I don't see the Lionesses dropping their standards.
Jordan, amongst your 71 caps, you played and scored against Wales in 2013 at the Den, a 2-0 win. Did you find in that game, and I assume it will be the same tonight, that the Welsh are particularly fired up to play against England?
Yeah, it's always been a game that everyone loves to have. I think for the fans especially, it's a great occasion. And I remember when we played Wales away, they even made the pitch as small as they possibly could. To make it difficult for us to pass the ball. So I think it shows their mentality on, you know, they'll try and do anything to win. And, you know, I think that's why they've got to a major tournament. You know, you don't just get there by chance, you get there by the fight and grit that they've always done.
I referenced this last week. I watched the documentary about the Wales women's team and their rise, and how they ended up qualifying. Am I right in thinking they got a 0-0 draw with England somewhere along the line?
Oh,
2018.
I'm not sure.
28. Was it back in 2018? Was it? So they can fight it out and grit it out if they want to.
Yeah, I mean, you saw they obviously had to beat Ireland to in a big pressure game, which they kind of comfortably got the results. So yeah, you still can't underestimate these teams. We've seen surprises in tournaments, and I think that's one thing about the Lionesses maybe having that result against France. I think they know that they can't drop their standards, and that'll be the main thing. You know, get all the basics right. You know, press together, keep the ball, and not, you know, obviously they want to get some goals.
The front six looked better in the second game. Do you see that pretty much staying the same?
I would think it would stay the same. I think they obviously brought in Ella Toone and pushed Lauren James out to the right. And I think Ella, she's just in that more natural midfield role. And I think she's got the legs to get around the pitch. And it just allows Lauren James that free role to come inside and shoot, whether it's left foot, right foot. But I thought our wingers, I thought Lauren Hemp and Lauren James were stars of the show. And I think the main thing for everyone watching was the team performance. You know, I think that's the main thing. You can always have the superstars that get the goals for you and create chances, but in a major tournament you need the whole team to be performing at a high level. Yeah, you saw her obviously come out in the media and say that it was a bad day at the office, and I think sometimes it's good just to recognise that. And then the girls made sure that they just wanted to go out and show what they could do on the pitch. I think with Georgia, she's obviously been injured for a long time leading up to that tournament, but she's a experienced player that Serena would want on the pitch. So hopefully she's back in her rhythm now with that extra game, and you know, she can show her qualities and get some goals as well with a long range striking.
Yeah, Ella Toone and Allessie Russo are obviously good friends off the pitch. Does that help on the pitch, that connection?
I mean, you always want your team to get along, and they're obviously really good friends, and they've played together for a long time at Man United. So I think when you know that the way they play and the way they move, you know, it's always helpful, isn't it? I think when you have that repetition of playing together, it's key in you know, combination play and movement in the box.
I tried this one with Faye White last week, so I'll try it with you, Jordan, if I can. I'm puzzled by Chloe Kelly is one of those players who everybody knows in this country for women's football, yet isn't a regular starter. You've played with her. Can you explain why she doesn't start?
No, I mean, obviously, yeah, scoring in the Euros final, that gave her the name that she deserves, coming on and scoring a goal like that. But it's really tough. When Chloe went to Arsenal, she was starting more than Beth Mead. But with the Lionesses, Beth Mead obviously got the shirt in that first game. So, yeah, I think she'll still be a player that'll you'll want her to keep ahead, because if she comes on as a super sub, she needs to get them goals and show why she could be starting. But I guess it shows the competition in the Lionesses. You've dropped Beth Mead, and then you've put Lauren James there. So it's a tough one for Chloe, and hopefully she can still make an impact coming off the bench.
Now, should England get through this, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's going to be either Sweden or Spain, I think, in the next round. Either test is going to be very, very difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, there's definitely one side of the group that looks a lot harder than the others. Naturally, in a tournament, you have to face who you get. But I think one side of the group could be, depending on the results, like France, Germany, Spain, and the other side is Sweden, Norway. So, yeah, I think if you're looking at what side of the group you'd go on, you'd want to be playing against Sweden next. But like everyone's always said in a major tournament, you can't plan your route, and you just have to face what game you get next.
Have Spain been the team that's most impressed you so far?
100%. I think they're always a team that never change. They don't change their standards, their way of playing. But honestly, when you play them, it is so hard, because you think, I can just press that ball, but their first touch is take it away from the player, and they just surround bodies around you, so they keep that possession. And I think some of the goals they've scored this tournament, the combination play, like in the 18-yard box, has just been unstoppable. So I think it would take a big team to knock them out the tournament.
Is this Euro so far exciting you? I mean, does it stand comparison with, say, the last one when England won?
I would think so. I think there's always surprises. I mean, I was excited for the Sweden-Germany game, and then obviously there was a player sent off, so the game kind of died out. But yeah, I think it always gets that little bit more exciting when it's knockout games, doesn't it? I think once it gets to that quarterfinals, the games you see everyone pushing, and it's a must-win game.
But just watching on the television, John, for sort of punters like me, the atmospheres seem really good. I mean, the whole tournament seems to be properly embraced, but obviously by the travelling fans, but the locals as well.
Yeah, sometimes you think that when I say the lesser teams, it's no disrespect to them, but even their stadiums have been full. And I know there's a few of the other WSL players that are going around town and around the fan zones, and they just said it's incredible. They said the fans that are out there, walking down the street, it's just been a really football family vibe wherever you go. So it's amazing to see. I think it's never easy for fans to travel, and it just shows where the women's game's going now. We had a home Euros, which naturally is great for the English, but they've also travelled all the way to Switzerland to show their support.
Jordan Nobbs, former Lioness midfielder, enjoy the game tonight. Thank you. And we'll be cheering on. Well, we'll have to cheer on England, but hey, good luck to Wales as well.
Yeah, you being a very diplomatic sort of British sports editor.
Absolutely,
I'll be cheering on the Lionesses.
Wales
are you going to be watching Chelsea PSG or
Chelsea PSG for me? I'm afraid, Henry. You
split screen.
Oh, come off it! Can you do split screen at your house?
Yeah,
can you do that?
Yeah, just have another telly.
Oh, just another telly. I thought you had some super contraption that split screen.